All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a video that's been making its rounds about the one and only Akash Singh. Now, if you know any idea who Akash Singh is, his reputation has been dragged through the mud this past year. As always, I'm going to give you my unfiltered, raw opinions on what I think of the video, periodically pausing it here and there so I can talk about something I agree or disagree with. If you are the type that like commentary type videos, think about leaving a like. And if you're new here, think about subscribing and joining the community where I break down these things unbiasedly. And again, not just picking this out of that side. With that being said, let's get into it.
So the Akash Singh situation really just seems never ending at this point. Last time we talked about how he had officially departed from the Flagrant podcast, as he had already not sat on that couch with his so-called friends for months. And once again, he did not show up as the message was broadcast to their audience that he was out.
As I'm sure you guys are aware, our boy Akash, he really went through it earlier this year. He is going to be stepping away from the pod. It is bittersweet.
After all, Flagrant was the show that took him from being a low-rate comedian on the latter half of his better days.
I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying go to the spank bank.
I'm sorry to pause it so soon. The boneless chin strap is nasty work.
As often as you can.
To completely reigniting his career. So a lot of the fans out there really felt that he at the very least owed them some sort of sign-off message.
Nah, but Akash wants the dude.
The dude.
Yeah.
You think he can handle all 10 inches of Nav? You think you can take Nav down?
And now recently a couple of things have happened to really confirm the idea that the once best friends are no longer on good terms. I also have other updates for you on his wife Jasleen continuing to embarrass herself online, a really horrible TV appearance from Gandhi himself.
What happened with your wife? Someone called her a gold digger or something?
As well as the biggest glazer on planet Earth refusing to come up for air off that ling.
No, it was so funny. I went back to my high school and somebody was like, yo, I heard your voice with Akash. I was like...
Now coming off his sold-out tour, I really do feel like Akash was feeling himself. And I really cannot even blame the guy, because coming right out of the inferno, you know, facing the wrath of the internets, he would immediately accomplish his ultimate dream of selling out his favorite venue, and this was clearly a defining career moment for
On some real ish. Like, good job. Congratulations, man. That's huge. That's huge.
Akash.
What is up, Radio City Music Hall? Thank you guys so much for coming.
He would almost immediately sign to United Talent Agency after this show, which is one of the top 3 talent agencies in the world. In the announcement post, Akash would mockingly say, "Gonna miss WME though. I guess some relationships are harder to leave than others."
Oh, wow.
Shrug. Which was obviously a not-so-sly, metaphorical middle finger to both Andrew and the Flagrant audience. And if you need more evidence of this, Neon's father would also simultaneously unfollow Andrew, while continuing to follow the other host, Alex, Mark, and the Flagrant page itself, which really tells me that his issue was directly with Andrew. And it should also be noted here that Akash would also take the time to unfollow Charlemagne and DJ Academics as well, who were both his friends in the industry for years.
Why does your wife have a microphone in her face? Do not allow your wife to start a motherfucking podcast, bro.
Yes.
It seems as though,
You know, man, I just hope after this, like, she just don't divorce him, like, after he go broke or something, the money dries up or the lifestyle dries up, so to speak, and then she like, you know what? Poof, and disappear out of there. Because if that's the case, nobody gonna feel bad for Akash.
anyone who spoke about this insanely hot topic in any negative way in regards to Jasleen got the boot.
And I realized he actually doesn't follow Andrew anymore. But even worse, forget Andrew. Nigga, he ain't follow me no more. I'm telling you now, Akash, I love you. I'm not going to unfollow you. And anything people ever said about you is because they love you. I know it might not seem that way, but we love you.
Because realistically, Jasleen was poisoning the very well that she was drinking from.
Yep.
Because when it came to the algorithm, the comment section, and the overall fan base of Flagrants, it had literally all become about the Akash drama. And as someone who understands the back end of the way this all works, I can completely see why Andrew would say fuck that.
Cause you don't need a microphone in your face cause you gonna fuck around and ruin us. All right, not just you.
And that's all not to even mention that Andrew was his boy for over a decade.
And that's my brother, and we met in 2008. I remember I just moved to New York, and then I got asked to do this show. It was like a hood show. It was out in Brooklyn, Urban Room, they would call it. But the show didn't end up happening. It got canceled, and then he drove me home together, and he drove me home in his mom's minivan. But then we started talking on the way home. He had all the same taste in comedy, and I didn't see him perform for months, and then I saw him months later at again another hood show in Harlem, and he just destroyed the room. And I wasn't nearly I was bombing all the time at that point, but I knew I wanted to go in that direction. And then watching him just have this like unbelievable determination and loyalty. He's so loyal. I don't know a lot of people who get that successful and then they try to become better people while they're doing it, and I feel like he's done that, and that's a really cool thing.
Like I'm saying, as Andrew blew up.
Yo, to be able to say that, and then it's like for us to know that Buddy pretty much put Akash on. It's like, how you let a poison the well like that? Like, I don't know what was said behind closed doors, but as men, I know me and my homeboys, we always, talk about each other, scuffle, whoop the whoop, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, we brothers. And to see like a fruitful relationship, like this, just break apart. It's crazy.
It's not like he pulled the ladder up behind him. Like, if anything, he showed Akash the blueprint to climb up that shit. And someone who would really weigh heavily in on this beef was the clown who interviewed Jaslene a couple of months back. Some of you may remember that he was simultaneously spitting at me through the screen, while also swinging on Akash's nuts. It was truly a feat that you could only get from your local lot lizard at the Dollar General down the street. I'm talking about generational dick riding here, my people.
I did a deep dive on the Jaslene situation. Progress. Me and Jaslene, that's when we start chopping it up. She's obviously appreciative of our platform for being objective about her. I do the Jaslene pod. That shit go nuts, bro.
I've seen the numbers.
Now, the ironic part is that this guy was completely biased.
I be sitting around thinking like, yo, if I was Jaslene, I would be doing it worse. Like, I would go on TikTok every day, just grab a rack and just count it in front of me like, oh, y'all mad? Y'all mad? Yo.
There be dudes like this, bro. Just goofy, say whatever to get put on, like...
Jaslene is someone who he literally met one time, who he is clearly in favor of simply because of reasons like them being the same race. And of course, he wanted that sweet, sweet clout.
I got so much respect for her and Akash because even my small taste of that, it's intense. Yo, y'all talking to me about people that I've met. I've had real conversations off of a camera.
Yeah.
Akash sold out Radio City.
Yeah.
People on the internet are joking around as if he's lost something through all of this.
Keep in mind that
you lost 16 years of friendship and a revenue-generating business by talking to your homeboys online. It's pretty substantial.
That this guy's entire brand is built around his Indian roots. I mean, you can see it directly on display with the corny brown creative hat that he is sporting. And y'all know I'm brown, right? I mean, look at my skin. But if you ever see me rolling around with one of these brown creative hats on, just finish me right there for the sheer amount of cringe that I brought into this world.
Andrew and Flagrant made a statement saying that Akash is no longer a part of Flagrant Podcast. And I had a problem with their statement.
As I'm sure you guys are aware, our boy Akash, he really went through it earlier this year.
I'm sure that they're friends but I just don't like adding the context of he's been through a lot. Because I feel like you could have made that statement and just said, yo, he leaving the pod, he's focusing on stand-up, and that's it. That additional piece of context, like, how would you read that?
I mean, the truth is that Akash could not handle the audience that he helped build, turning on him this way. I mean, I'm not even saying that I blame Akash for not wanting to be the butt of the joke on a ship that he helped build. But if he wanted to control the narrative, well, he should have shown face on the podcast. Or even released a simple written or video statement onto his social media about his departure. And when he decided to do neither, I feel like he really relinquished his opportunity to control the narrative. And this guy, on the other hand, is still hanging around his high school, somehow meat-writing the situation.
This is the funniest thing because, like, I've met Akash once, like, I love Jaslene after meeting her, right? My neighbor goes, yeah, I heard your boy sold out Radio City. And then me and my girl were dying laughing. We're all like, No, it was so funny. I went back to my high school and somebody was like, yo, I heard your voice with Akash. I was like,
oh my God, bro, is dick riding all you do?
If this is how a down year,
yeah,
that's not how that feels. Like, how that felt is that yo, this was like the rough chapter in your hero journey.
I will be honest, man. Just like in these few seconds of him talking, it doesn't feel authentic at all. It feels like I got the eyes on me. It's time to perform. Like nothing feels authentic about him talking. Even with the previous interview he did with Jocelyn, meat riding. Like you gotta have people in your corner that'll tell you that's wrong. That's wrong. This is why it's wrong. If y'all ever see that video, it's probably in the comment section down here below. But the whole video, he doing nothing but meat riding, perfect. Really trying to get put on, man. And it's like, I was gonna say he can't blame, but yeah, I can. This is bad.
This is like LeBron losing a bunch of times and then finally getting that, yo, I got the ring.
Comparing Akash to LeBron James simply because his wife would not shut up about her college memories with frat boys, wanting to bang her best friend's husband, Akash 2.0, and her materialism addiction, is objectively hilarious. And speaking of that, her posting has continued, as she has somehow grown an even bigger head, due to the fact that she has recently signed with a talent agency herself.
Oh, yeah.
Well. So to all the people that didn't believe in me and didn't think I could provide anything, I just had my 3rd call with an agency today. I think it's safe to say your girl is gonna start making money soon.
Rich.
The tables have turned, so what are you gonna do for me now that I'm making money?
I mean, I just have to say it, guys, this has to be one of the most deluded people I've ever seen. And that boy Neon Sr. is right there with her.
I'm gonna be out here popping this butthole for the black friends.
You know, like, people always ask me, like, how are you so unaffected by, like, all these think pieces about you? Because it all sounds so fucking dumb to me. What my real issue is like, why do these people, when they talk about me, they get, like, 10x their normal views? But when I talk, and I'm talking.
It's not about you that they're interested in. They're interested in watching you destroy your husband's career and relationships. Again, the car crash analogy.
I don't.
I mean, her entire engagement online is based on people hate watching. And not only from the flagrant side, but also from her very own community, where other Indian girls have consistently called her out for talking shit constantly about their culture.
Yeah, should I do a think piece about ruining my husband's career after he sold out Radio City and, like, has never sold out more shows?
Yes, guys, she really thinks that all of the hate that she cast upon Akash is the sole reason that he sold out Radio City Music Hall. You know, completely diminishing any of his hard work. She would also openly brag about the fact that Andrew and Akash are no longer friends on her Instagram story.
Yo, if you got somebody in your life that is actively trying to rip you away from the relationships that you've built over years, you got to get rid of them. This is a Tachi level genjutsu. Like, my boy's thoughts are being fabricated and then put into his head. This is sad to see, man. But again, this is one of those examples where you got to look at it, I guess learn from it if you didn't already know, and kind of keep it pushing.
While also claiming that she was digitally essayed the last couple of months, meaning through the computer by the comments. Like, you cannot make this shit up.
Wow.
And recently, her ego is even more out of control after signing the talent agency deal. And she apparently now even has a personal assistant on Akash's payroll.
You guys, my assistant Kiana helped us secure mangoes shipped from India.
And in general, she has just continued to be beyond obnoxious.
Where are my financially anxious girlies that also love to shop? Rise up. I'm here with you. Sometimes what I like to do to give myself like a little treat in between like big high-end shopping, I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll just buy a perfume. Sure. Yes, I know it's like consumerism and whatever. It's fine. I like it. Fashion is a hobby.
Thanks. Come on,
what the fuck is this piece of shit?
In all seriousness though, Akash did recently show face to do some promotion for his tour, and people in the comments were saying that this is not the healthiest this guy has ever looked, and even here he could not help but bring up her shopping addiction.
So what are you looking forward to doing while you're here? I love just walking the street. My wife likes shopping, so she really likes Honolulu and just all the shopping, and I will try to avoid spending money by distracting her with Waikiki Beach.
I mean, in this interview, I almost think the guy looked downright drunk or hungover. And my favorite part of the interview is when the news anchor ironically says,
or no, at the beginning of every show, I try to say, hey, if something I say like offended you, or you feel like I went too far, or if you just don't want to be talked to, just give me this motion and I'll move on. Because I'm 5'7" and I know this. I can't fight. So like, I don't need to be just mean to be mean. So like, I don't want to just like.
You don't want a Will Smith coming out.
Yeah. I'm a prime candidate to get slapped. I'm a very slappable guy.
It's ironically, Akash is like on the same trail as Will. Like before the Jada thing, bro, you couldn't tell nobody nothing about Will Smith in the community. Iconic, legendary, movie after movie, role after role, example after example. And it's like nobody asked for red table talk. We didn't want to know what was going on behind the scenes. And then when you kind of get to see that man that's always in leadership positions, always making the right decisions, and you see that his woman like exposing everything, acting out of pocket, it just go to question the authority in the relationship and Akash Smith.
Funny because Akash has quite literally become the new Will Smith after being publicly embarrassed by his wife time and time again. And I did want to show you guys this other clip from another recent interview that Akash did, where he was asked directly about the idea of Jasleen being a gold digger.
What happened with your wife? Someone called her a gold digger or something?
Oh, it was a whole thing online. So
it was a big thing.
Yeah, there's this community of people online who don't really like women, and it's like their whole identity is women are awful. And look, I love a little bit of sexism, but like it was just obnoxious. He came on I had a podcast. He came on, and I just kind of dressed him down. He's like a 6-foot+ black dude who is getting dressed down on camera by this little scrawny, skinny, fat, never take his shirt off, wear 2 layers, 5'7" Indian. And I think he felt very embarrassed by that moment because it just lived. And every time he would try to come at me, I would just post that and be like, we've done our discussion. And then my wife is like me. She says crazy things. I don't care what she says. They're all jokes. I know it. And we don't get offended by jokes. So someone clipped up like all the craziest things she said back to back to back and then just put it out on the internet, and then it just took on its own narrative.
And overall, it appears to me,
hey man, words have power. What you say matters, and there's a consequence to everything. The consequence that Akash finding out is that it's lost a reputation, because like nobody's ever gonna forget this, man. Nobody's ever gonna forget it. Let him live him down. So it's really a crazy situation.
That Akash has made the decision, or at least Jasleen has, that he is okay in isolation away from the very people who truly helped him build his career from the dirt when it was looking nearly over. And he will now totally and completely turn into the Indian comedian for the Indian audience. Which, to be fair, is not the dumbest move I've ever seen. I mean, that is a massive but very untapped demographic. So I really see nothing wrong with that being his business strategy. But yes, something about the way this all went down, from the petty Instagram captions, to the wife's Instagram stories, and now her continuing to post all of this self-important downright bullshit, I don't know, it really just makes me cringe on the deepest level. But y'all let me know what you guys think on this update down below. For those of you who do frequently watch the Flagrant podcast, do you think it's been better without Akash? Have you really felt the lack of—
That's a great question. What do y'all think? Who watches the Flagrant podcast? I know it's a lot of people that do. Do y'all think it's better since Akash left? It's a great question.
His presence, and whose side are you really on between Akash and Andrew? Or I guess maybe I should say Jasleen versus Andrew. Either way though, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like.
Alright man, let's go over to Twitter, let's go over to TikTok. Let's see what the people on TikTok got to say.
Allowed his wife to completely destroy and ruin his life within a span of 6 months. 6 months ago, Akash had thriving friendships. Akash had a thriving podcast with millions of subscribers. Akash had a thriving comedy career, and Akash's name was good in these streets. He had a good face card. He had a good public reputation. Within 6 months, Akash no longer had thriving friendships. Akash has left his podcast with millions of subscribers. Akash's name is dirt in these streets. I don't even gotta say, y'all know it. The same wife who ruined his life and public reputation is now online. Back to the same TikTok that she used to ruin his life and public reputation is now back online on that same TikTok bragging about how Akash is no longer friends with the same people who criticize her. So Akash has burned all his relationships, has left his podcast, and is no longer friends with a lot of people he was friends with in the industry.
Yeah, there's actually a good comment. Now, hear me out. Is it possible that his peers constantly disrespecting his partner puts a burden on his marriage? Is it possible that they should just have not spoken about his marriage, especially since they're all his peers and friends? To be fair, great comment, by the way. But to be fair, I think that when you do have a massive platform like that, and one of your co-hosts' wife says something so off the wall, so crazy that the internet is blowing up about it, you do have an obligation to address it. You got an obligation to talk about it, to address it, to say, hey, this is what it is. But like at the end of the day, we all men, so we gonna make fun of you, especially if we find out that you don't wear pants.
Because those people had platforms of their own, and they spoke on his wife embarrassing him.
Akash wife made you want to not be married? What happened, bro? You want to be?
Yo, when you locking it down, yo? When you locking it down?
What happened?
And I'm never gonna tell the world. I ain't gonna do that. That's crazy.
What happened?
I didn't realize we had Akash's picture.
Nobody want to go.
I don't like what they've been doing to Akash the past few weeks, man.
Yo, free Akash,
I ain't
man.
seen the
Free Akash. Free Akash.
I haven't seen the new episode of Flagrant, man. Did it go well?
You gotta watch it, man. We had him and Jocelyn. Well, ooh, am I ruining it? Everybody already knows by now. Yeah, just watch it.
Yeah, man, crazy stuff going on with your boy Akash, and it's just a gift that keeps on giving. Look at that, bro's 42. Bro's 42 and betrayed his friends for a toxic relationship with a nut job. Excuse me. You know, how TF did he not learn his lesson in his early 20s, like the rest of us? I mean, I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what you think about the whole story and situation. Do you think Akash, all the criticism he getting is unjust? Do you think he's earned it? Appreciate you guys watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy, Guy with a Mic. Till next time.